Scott, why do you always hate on John Cena and Triple H? They were in some movies I liked and they're great role models for children. Just admit it, Cena has become an entertaining actor and WWE is getting more attention than ever these days.
Okay, let me speak for the millions of people who have quit watching pro wrestling altogether because of these two men. I'm a sports fan first and foremost, and I like to break things down using factual analysis. It's important to consider the criticisms leveled against John Cena and Triple H regarding their impact on WWE's viewership. These are two figures who have undeniably been cornerstones of the company for extended periods, and their legacies are often overrated in my opinion. One perspective is John Cena's obvious clumsiness and lack of body control in the ring. As someone who grew up watching athletes like Michael Jordan, Adrian Peterson, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and old footage of Walter Payton, Cena is clearly a performer that many of us found less polished than other real athletes in the business like Kurt Angle or Brock Lesnar. It still amazes me when WWE nerds go on YouTube or social media and claim Cena is a good athlete or had a great match with someone who clearly carried him like AJ Styles did in 2016. His 5 moves of doom never landed with the same fluidity or impact that hardcore wrestling fans appreciate. This could alienate a segment of the audience looking for a more technically proficient product. Let's talk about some of those weak moves. One is his fake-looking shoulder tackle, the generic side slam, which wouldn't hurt a feather, the 5-knuckle shuffle, I think you can figure out what that means, and a standing fireman's carry slam. By the way, Tupac should come back from the dead and slap Cena for stealing the phrase "you can't see me."
Scott, I get it. Cena was a turn-off for me, too. His Vanilla Ice wannabe rapper gimmick was pretty lame. And these youngsters are out here thinking John Cena is the original G. The opening lyrics to his theme are, "Your time is up, my time is now." Yeah, how creative. They need to go listen to some Tupac, Ice Cube, or Nas if they want real rhymes about real life. And yes, I realize my voice is inconsistent with how I look.
His exploitation of sick children is particularly distasteful. WWE desperately tried to get him over with the mainstream audience by showing his extensive work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. While many commend his dedication and the positive impact he's had on countless children's lives, many of us view this as a calculated PR move, a way to build an unassailable public image that shields him from other criticisms. There are countless other athletes and entertainers who do charity events off camera because it's not about them, it's about the children whose lives are impacted. This viewpoint suggests that the genuine good he does is overshadowed by a perception of WWE's self-serving intent, which can be off-putting to those who value authenticity.
Bro, I'm like you. I don't watch that garbage no mo. Every time they would show like 50 million segments with Cena on the screen, with them kids, I was like, dude, ain't they mom or doctor? Like, bruh, get off my TV screen. Michael Jordan out here giving millions to charity every year, and they ain't showing that.
Cena's microphone work has also been a frequent target. Most of us have fond memories of Stone Cold or The Rock, speaking with conviction and believability on the mic like two real men talking to each other. While Cena might be known for his catchphrases that have been stolen and his ability to connect with a younger audience, a large majority of the audience find his promos to be repetitive and lacking in depth. He often relies on the same formulas, the same bravado, the same Super Cena concept, and the same old never give up mantra, which over time can become stale and predictable. For viewers seeking more nuanced storytelling or compelling character development through promos, Cena's mic skills have fallen short. Remember when he angrily stared into the camera when he was feuding with Zack Ryder? He is simply not able to sell the same intensity that the aforementioned Attitude Era stars did. Hell, imagine him in the ring with Taz during a 90s ECW promo. Taz would probably say something to the effect of, "Cena, I'm gonna kick your effing A and then make you tap out in the Taz mission."
Scott, We all hate politics these days, but John Cena sounds like he belongs in the Senate so he can take Mike Johnson's spot. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Even in interviews he does out of character, he sounds annoyingly monotone. It's almost nauseating. I would never let my kids be manipulated by him.
By the way, if you're a John Cena fan, don't take any of this personally. I'm simply stating my opinion on the John Cena character he plays on television. We're not talking about real sports that involve facts. We're talking about an entertainment product. Today's wrestling fans seem to live in a bubble and take this stuff way too seriously. I've always been a casual viewer who dropped off a long time ago. Anyway, the idea of playing politics backstage is a common accusation within the wrestling industry, and Cena, as a long-tenured, top-tier star, would inevitably be subject to such speculation. The only difference is there are many eyewitness accounts of him actually doing it. Ask Alex Riley, Wade Barrett, Dave Bautista, CM Punk, Ryback, and others. Vince McMahon was clearly overprotecting him. His influence behind the scenes allowed him to maintain his prominent position for so long, potentially at the expense of newer talent or different creative directions. This perception of backstage maneuvering can lead to resentment among fans who feel that opportunities are being unfairly controlled.
Scott, as sure as I'm sitting here, I can tell you that we wanted to see plenty other talented workers beat Cena and become champion. Think about all the people Vince could have gone with instead of Cena. Edge, Mr. Kennedy, Bray Wyatt, CM Punk, Batista. All and more were victims of Vince's stubbornness and Cena's backstage politics. Even The Rock and Kurt Angle had to put over John Cena. Let that sink in.
His wardrobe is another point of contention for many of us. The cargo or jean shorts, the New Balance tennis shoes, and the ridiculous-looking shirts with matching hats often featured bright colors and bold graphics, sometimes with slogans or images that were seen as juvenile or out of touch with a more mature wrestling aesthetic. While these shirts certainly helped build his brand and appeal to children, they could also be a visual distraction or even a turn-off for fans who preferred a more classic or gritty wrestling look. WWE fans are always quick to point out his merchandise sales being superior to other wrestlers, but I would argue the opposite. If a company was producing a new shirt for you every time the sun sets, you would probably sell tons of merchandise too. Be honest, would you wear a John Cena shirt in public?
Scott, Cena might as well wear this bright orange sweater I have on because he always looks like a billboard. You know, Steve Austin once famously said that WCW promoters down in Atlanta, where you are, didn't like his plain black trunks and boots. Well, guess what? He got that look. Over with his talent and personality. I can't wait for part 2. Triple H, you're definitely not excluded from the same constructive criticisms.